I would like to start by thanking my colleagues who are here today, Representatives Tlaib, the union members and leaders here today are part of a growing coalition of national and local unions who are standing up and calling for an immediate and a lasting ceasefire because they know that their advocacy for the rights of workers and all people are without limitations, are without boundaries, and without borders. And leaders who made it here, especially for this moment today.
You all know that I'm a proud daughter of a UAW worker. And I know my yaba, if he was here, he would be so proud. So proud.
Yes. He would be. Yes, he would. You got this.
The UAW taught him he deserved human dignity, even though he only had 4th grade education, even though he was Palestinian, even though he was Muslim. On that assembly line, he was equal to every single human being on that line. President Biden has called himself the most pro-union president in American history, but he is ignoring the voices of working people across the country who are demanding human dignity, not only for their own families, but for families in Gaza and around the world.
You know, the world's seen enough slaughter and devastation. Peace is the only path forward. While we call for a ceasefire, we also condemn anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, anti-Arab racism, all of which are growing in our nation at this moment and must be stopped.
This is a reckoning moment. The entire body of international law, a system the United States helped design in the wake of the horrors of the Holocaust, is being crumbled as the U.S. allows these war crimes to continue. Our standing in the world as a beacon of hope, a nation that respects the rule of law, is collapsing.
Labor unions are not just a means for a fair wage, they are fundamentally a means for building power. As the U.S. funds Israel's campaign of terror, we, the workers, are footing the bill for the massacre of innocents in Palestine. This is the time for workers to leverage our labor power and electoral power to stand in uncompromising solidarity with the cause of Palestinian freedom.
This week, the 3 million member National Education Association, Jill Biden's union, came out for a ceasefire. The right-wing government of Israel is taking the lasting trauma of Israeli Jews from the Holocaust and is using it to traumatize generations of Palestinians whose trauma will inevitably result in a new generation of resistance to occupation. We can't accept that.
Because we know that our brothers and sisters in the fight for economic justice and material security, we cannot unwind ourselves from the destiny of all other workers in the world. And that means standing for peace and standing for a ceasefire in Gaza now.
That's a decision the president has to make. But you know, our stance from day one of my administration has been that our endorsements will be earned, not freely given anymore. So we expect action.